Hello, hello. Today I am going to be ranking the 8 songs that are in Frozen 2. Now, as a die-hard Disney fan, I was so ready for this movie. I was counting down the days until Frozen 2, and it was amazing. There was just so much that I loved about this movie. The animation, the storyline, the aesthetics, the lovability and the humor that these characters just continued to have. And of course, the music, which brings us to the topic of this video. Today I've decided to rate the 8 songs that are in this movie. And it should be noted that I have nothing against any of these songs. Like, it felt wrong to put some of them like further from the top because I really did genuinely enjoy all of them. And you know, that's how you know you have a good soundtrack, obviously. Also, as impressed as I was with Panic at the Disco, it should be noted also that I'm not going to be including any celebrity remixes of these songs in this list. I will be only focusing on the 8 songs that the characters sang in the movie. I don't know if there's going to be any spoilers in this video. I'm going to be only talking about the songs, so in case something slips when I'm talking about one of them, just know that I might give spoilers, but they're probably not going to be that big. It's also important to say that this list is very subjective. I'm not going to be focusing on what songs I think are going to get the most critical acclaim or the most popularity. This is my personal taste, what songs I enjoy the most, and dare I say it, the least. Let's get into it. Number 8 is Reindeers Are Better Than People, Continued. This song was absolutely adorable, but ultimately there's not a whole lot to say about it because it is a 30-second song. But I am glad that Sven is still the #1 advice giver in this movie. Number 7 is When I Am Older. It absolutely broke my heart to put this song this low in the list because I love Olaf so much and I really wouldn't change anything about this song. Just start it there. This is just such an adorable and funny song, and once again it really captures Olaf. And it's actually also quite relatable because I remember when I was a tiny child, I thought the same thing. I thought, yeah, when I'm older, everything's gonna make sense, everything's gonna fall into place. But ultimately, there are just too many songs in this movie where I'm just like, whoa. Number 6, All Is Found. This is a really pretty song. It's almost haunting. I didn't ask for this song. I don't know if anybody did, but I'm really, really glad that we got it. It's very pleasing to the ear, and I really, really, really enjoy listening to it. Number 5 is Some Things Never Change. Some things never change. This was such a great, effective musical number to bring us like all back into these characters' lives. It really did its job in doing that for us, and you know, obviously it's got a boatload of foreshadowing because everything is literally about to change. And this song is so catchy too. Like I'm always dancing to it all the time. I also really love those musical numbers where like each character starts out with their own little solo and then they all come together by the end. Like that's great. Okay, number 4 is Into the Unknown. Into the Unknown. Sorry. Now, this is the song that, you know, will presumably get all of the award nominations and all that. It actually already has gotten a couple of nominations. This is a great song. It's really got that drive that you want, and it really feels like it's just going forward, and that's what you really want in a song like this. I also love how like Elsa's attitude really changes throughout this song. She starts off very tentative and she's like, I'm gonna ignore you, but then by the end of the song she's totally wholeheartedly into it and she wants to explore this voice that she's been hearing. And yeah, we love songs where, you know, the character who sings it, their attitude totally changes. I don't know what I'm saying. There are just 3 other songs in this soundtrack that I love more. That said, number 3 is The Next Right Thing. Now, when it comes to Frozen, everybody freaks out about Elsa and about Idina Menzel, and with very good reason. She's queen. But Kristen Bell is also remarkable in these movies. She's so talented. Her acting and her singing in this song are both just incredible. Like, to sound that broken and sad, like, you can literally hear her pain, and to still sound that pretty, that's amazing. The song itself is wonderful, how it's literally about dealing with loss and trauma and taking that one day at a time. And I really think that this song will help people out there who are maybe not going through the best of times. And I think that that's wonderful. One thing that I love about the Frozen 2 soundtrack is that it is more mature than the Frozen 1 soundtrack. I also get like serious Les Mis vibes from this song. And that's my favorite musical, so it's pretty high praise. Number 2 is Show Yourself. Oh man, this was so close to being my number 1. So close. I seriously get so emotional and almost cry every single time I hear this song. Like, I actually really do tear up every time I get to the end of this song. It is just so powerful. It really is. I am such a sucker for those songs that start off a little bit quieter and then they slowly build, and then by the end of it, it's just like an anthem. It's just so powerful and triumphant, and it just comes to such an epic climax, and this song has got that down. It has got it down. At the end of the song, when she sings I'm found, and especially at the end, the line, "You are the one you've been waiting for all of my life." Oh my gosh, it just hits me right in the feels. Like, I seriously tear up every time I hear it. And this was, it really was my favorite part of the, like, my favorite sequence in the movie. It was probably, yeah, my favorite sequence in the movie. Like, it's just, oh, this song, it's... And finally, number 1, Lost in the Woods. I kid you not. When I was sitting in the theater, I don't remember moving or even breathing during this song. I was so absorbed in it. I remember just leaning over to my mom after the song was done and being like, that was incredible. Like, oh my gosh. My 80s rock heart was so happy, and it is still so happy. Like, I got serious Air Supply vibes from this song, and kind of Chicago too. This song literally combines my 2 favorite genres of music, Disney songs and classic rock. This song is such an 80s power ballad, and I just was... Like, the minute you hear that guitar, my sister actually said this. Also, the fact that I love Jonathan Groff as much as I do does not hurt this cause. Like, I'm so happy they finally gave him a song. He's got such a great voice. And he's so talented. Oh man. I seriously, seriously loved this movie, and I cannot stop listening to the soundtrack, and I can't wait to see it again. And I just can't wait for all the critical acclaim that it's gonna get, and that it's already getting. It seriously deserves it. If you so desire, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a magical day.